Hey guys, Aaron from Boston 40. We're with a Noble Knight deck profile, so yeah.
Yep, so Noble Knights, what the other way around, so yeah, I play 3 Merlin, so this is like a Lone Fire Blossom, so you summon it and tribute it off and summon a Noble Knight, but it has other effects which are really good. You can banish it from the graveyard to overlay or synchro Noble Knight monsters you control, and you can do that during like the battle phase and either player's turn. So you can do some cool stuff with this card, like, you know, if you've got 2 Noble Knights, you can attack for big damage, and then still during the battle phase banish Merlin and make like Blade Armor or something and attack for an extra 22. So it's a really good card, just helps with the consistency, because this deck has like plays, but there's only like one really good play that you want to get to. Which involves this. So Noble Knight Medraut, this is your main guy. So he's a normal monster, but when you equip him with a Noble Arm, you can summon a Noble Knight from deck. So it really helps with plays and making the king exceeds. The fact that it goes to level 5 in Dark is pretty important too. But the main guy. I only play 2 balls. Some people play 3. I only play 2. I don't think 3 is needed because this is the card you search with Medraut. Sometimes though you can win with just balls. If you have balls equipped with like 3 cards, then you can legitimately win the game with just this. But again, this helps with consistency as well, adding the equip spells you need, and getting your Gwynethers engraved and all that kind of stuff. It's a really useful card. It's really, really good. And this also goes to level 5 Dark, so that's why you combo it with Medraut, because then you can overlay to 5. I play Wondristan. This card's really good. So when it's equipped with a Noble Arm, you can pop 1 card on the field, or a face-up card. So it's a really nice out to stuff that the deck struggles with. It's really nice out to like Clifford Scout, because you can pop that. And other stuff, and also the effect where if you have this and like a Medraut, they can't target your Medraut and stuff, so it's a nice backup for your more important cards, I guess, and 1800 is not bad. Play 2 Noble Knight Brothers.
Bigger than Scrap Beast.
Yeah, it's pretty big, like, it's one of the biggest ones on 18, the rest are like 17. So Noble Knight Brothers. Psychopot of Avarice, so you shuffle back 3 Noble Knights and Noble Arms, you get to draw 1. Also, really easy Exceed plays first turn. If you open a handful of monsters and no equip spells, usually that'd be a bad thing, but this kind of makes it good, because you can just summon this and summon 2 more, and do some Exceeds, which is pretty nice, but you pretty much have to play 2, because of the Pot of Avarice thing. So if one of them dies, if you're only playing 1, that's it, there's no Pot of Avarice, but you can shuffle back Noble Knight Brothers with the second one, so you can always keep your plays alive. And also 24 defense is pretty good. Like, sometimes this deck draws really dead, but you can just set this and
Dark Claw can't go over
be
it.
fine, yeah, stuff like Dark Claw. I play 2 Gwaine. You can just special summon this when you have Medraut or Balls without an equip spell on it, so it's a really nice Exceed tool. 1900 as well, it's pretty huge, so all around good card. I mean, there's nice little combos you can do with it. I mean, this deck really struggles with hands where you sort of like open Medraut or you open Balls but no equip spells, because then your plays are kind of dead. But this card makes your plays a lot more live. I mean, you can go into your rank 4 Exceeds.
What makes 2 better than 3?
Just consistency issues, I guess. I mean, this card, like, it's a good card, but realistically it doesn't do anything. It's a 1900 normal. It specials itself, like, when you have Medrauts. 3 of them is not needed. 2 Gwynethur. This should most likely be in like the spell card category, because that's pretty much what it is. But this is like your main sort of guy, because this can just re-equip from the graveyard, so it means that if you have this in the graveyard every turn, you're guaranteed to be able to equip something to your Balls or your Medraut to get a play. And also just the Catastrophe effect is invaluable in certain matchups. I mean, some stuff you just can't get over, and Gwynethur just helps you so much with that. And you know, if you want to protect your Medra out, you haven't quite got your play ready, just equip it with a Gwynethur and your opponent will probably be scared to attack it because their card will die. And the light, you know, if you equip it to a light Noble Knight, I mean Dristan, this is really great with Dristan because every turn you can just equip it and pop something. And the light effect will stop Dristan. It's sort of like a mini Destiny, it's like a mini Noble Mom's Destiny. It's a really good card though, but you have to play 2 in case one of them gets banished. You have to play 2. For those like people. Honest, you know, most of your stuff is light. The fact that these things turn to dark is a kind of issue, because then you can't honest them, but the only reason they'll turn to dark is if they're equipped with a Noble Arm, so if that's happening anyway, you're probably winning anyway, without honest. If you've got the Noble Arm and your cards are getting their effects, you're generating advantage, so honest isn't really needed. But for those hands where you have Medra out, like I said, and no equip spells, the goal of the deck is to kind of like, you know, for those times that you don't have an equip spell, you need to have the deck working, and that's why you play this, that's why you play honest, and you play all those cards that still sort of do stuff without equip spells, because the deck is kind of inconsistent, I guess. And play 2 effect better. I know this card is sort of fallen out of favour, but I really like this card. It can really catch people off guard. They don't expect effect failure a lot of the time, and they're kind of surprised when they do it. They just sort of like go one-way combo, and you're like, wait, I've got effect failure, and they're like, what? But a level 1 tuner that's light, it's very nice. I guess like that's the main reason. I think this card is better than Lady of the Lake. That's pretty much the reason I'm playing it, is it's a level 1 tuner. And this is probably the best level 1 tuner. It has the most utility in this deck anyway.
Because it's not just a level 1 tuner, it's also...
Exactly. It's also a hand trap, and it's, you know, it's fallen out of favour, but I'd still say it's still good against certain Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So spell cards. Noble Arms, I play 2 Destiny. This is the one that stops your cards being destroyed by battle or card effect. This card is very, very good. The fact that it can re-equip is amazing. Most of them re-equip, except this one. So this one, this is like a rank up magic when it's in your graveyard. So it's really, really great for those sort of dead Artorigases you make, where you can just rank them up into a better one and detach and pop something, which is really, really strong. And also, when it's equipped to something, they can't be targeted, which is really, really good. This deck struggled a couple of formats ago with artifacts running around because Moral Attack didn't target, but now this deck is substantially better because that threat is no longer here. And a nice little fact about this is you can have 2 of these equipped to the same card, because you know the way you sort of beat Noble Knight is you MST this, and because this doesn't re-equip, you can then proceed to target that monster and compulse it and stuff like that. But you can actually have 2 of these equipped if you feel in danger. And then I play Gallatin, so it's Axe of Despair. It goes down by 200 every point time, but when you re-equip this, if they pop it or if you pop it, it re-equips and they go back to 1,000, so it's really not that bad. And Caliburn, this card is just dumb. The fact that it gives you 500 life points, and that effect does reset every time it's re-equipped. So if you open this card with Medra out, you're not only getting a really strong field, but you're also getting, what, 2,000, 1,500 life points in that turn, which is very, very strong. It just helps in the grind game.
Would you change the lineup of swords at all?
Yeah, I want to play a black one, the Arthur de Chur, because I think it's really good. Like, this deck kind of hates playing into back row, so if you could just summon like a Boars, equip it with Arthur de Chur and pop stuff, it would really help out. But apart from that, no, I think the lineup is fine. Some people play 3 Excalibur, which I don't really understand. That really isn't needed. But I think Arthur de Chur is a very good card, and I probably would play it, but I'm I'm kind of tight on space, I guess. So then I play Regeki and Snatch Steal. I mean, they're like two best cards. Regeki, not so much, but it can help in certain situations. Like I said, this deck kind of, if it doesn't go off, it struggles getting over bigger monsters. Book of Moon. This card has a lot of utility in this deck. Because booking big monsters or booking stuff that has annoying effects. But then, like, another thing, if you have like a King or Toragos with everything equipped to it, and it has loads of attack points, and then you have like a Medraut with nothing that's on 17, during the battle phase, you can attack with your really, really huge guy who's got like Gallatin and Caliburn attached to him, so you can get over that really big monster, and then during the battle phase you can book him, and that will destroy all of your equipped spells, and you can re-equip those to Medraut, and then Medraut will get really, really strong, and you can attack directly with him. So it has a lot of utility with destroying your own swords and equipping them to other stuff. I play 2 Typhoon, mainly like, again, we don't like playing into back row. I won't play 3 though. I think 3 is needed, and like I said, I'm kind of tight on space. But again, this card also has utility because you can destroy your own equipped spells, which is pretty good. I play 3 Upstart Goblin, just sort of standard, I guess. I mean, this deck, it thins a lot, and it kind of struggles with consistency, so 37 cards is better than 40. And 3 Rota, again, more consistency, get to them Medrouts, and do some stuff. So technically I play like 9 Medrouts, because I play 3 of this, 3 Merlin and 3 Medrout, so the chances of drawing into that card are pretty high. And I played 2 Last Chapter. It's like Monster Reborn, so it's really good. So if you have a Noble Arm in the graveyard and a Noble Knight, you can summon the Noble Knight and equip it with a Noble Arm.
Oh, that's cool.
But you can only do this when your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters.
Okay.
But card in the extra deck, so this card here can search this card as well. So it's really good. It's searchable, it's recyclable, and
So you don't need 3.
no, you don't need 3. The thing about it is, like, Noble Knights, they have that one big explosive play, and if that sort of fails, you kind of lose, but this card sort of helps you get back on your feet. It helps you get your play rolling again. It helps you reset up your field after something bad happens. I play 2 trap cards, which is a bit weird. Torrential Tribute and Bottomless Trap Hole. Bottomless Trap Hole just has a lot of utility because it banishes stuff, and not that many people play the card anymore, but Soul Charge, this card is very good against Soul Charge. This card is very good against Pendulum Summons, so Cliffort. I think this is one of the better trap cards. I don't play Compulse, I don't play Sullen Warning because I don't feel they are worth cutting other cards for. And Torrential Tribute, I know this card is not that great at the moment either, but the reason I play this is because of Noble Arms of Destiny. So it's technically playing a second Raigeki, because the monster I have, or the monsters I have, if they're equipped with Destiny and I Torrential Tribute, they won't die, because they'll get saved. And all my opponent's monsters will get wiped out. So it's technically playing a second Raigeki. Similar with Darkhold and stuff, but this, I guess this has more surprise factor and makes the game state harder for the opponent, I guess. So extra deck is a bit weird, multi-colored sleeves. But for
Taste the rainbow.
for Nova Night ones, I play this one. I play Effect Veiler, so I can make this card. So when it's summoned, I can equip a Noble Arm from my deck, and every time it kills something, I get to search a Noble Knight card. So it's a monster, or I can search the Last Chapter, which is usually what you want to do.
So that's why another reason for Veiler, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a really good card. I play 2 of the King, the level 5 one. This is your main guy. Detach 1 to pop. Very, very strong effect. 2200. It's not the biggest, but just remember you got 4 equipped spells going on, and this guy can get up to 4k in this deck. And a 4k monster that can pop something every turn, can't be destroyed by a battle or card effect or be targeted. It's an unstoppable scenario in certain situations. And then the littler one, the level 4 one. So this is like your Feather Duster. This is what you want to do before you go for your big play. It takes 2 level 4s, and you destroy noble arms equal to you destroy face down cards or spell and trap cards equal to the number of noble arms you have. So a lot of what people do is if they've got like one set and you have 2 noble arms, some people like don't destroy their noble arms, which I don't really understand, because you could have like Caliburn attached to this, activate the effect and gain 500 points, and then detach from this, pop your opponent's cards, whatever, and then pop your own Caliburn, and Caliburn will re-equip, and then you can gain another 500 points.
So it's like a Scrapjacker kind of thing?
Yeah, it's really great. It's you don't have to pop your own cards,
Oh, yeah.
but it's like, you might as well for an extra 500 points if it's not going to hurt you.
And it just re-equips anyway.
Exactly. So as for other ones, I play warrior ones, so Excalibur and Blade Armor Ninja. Just help for like game. You know, really, really big damage. This helps you get over big monsters. This helps you win the game really quick. They're both really great cards. And you play a lot of warriors, so it's justified. Diamond Direwolf. This card is great because of Destiny and stuff. So you can target the card that's got Destiny on it and target your opponent's card, and your card with Destiny won't die because of Destiny. So you can get like 3 pluses with this card.
Wait, well, how do you target on the card?
With this. So you detach, target your card with Destiny,
Okay.
and then...
Yeah, it's got you a Beast Warrior. Or Beast.
Oh, rip.
Rip.
That's bad. Edit that out, Aaron Boothroyd.
OD.
Okay, my stroke. Yeah, this card is shit then. Wait,
Dude, it's still like recording though.
that's a rip. So, whatever. Just got the Ashlog again. But Maestroke,
Yeah.
it's a good card. Abyss Dweller, this card's really good against Burning Abyss. It's really good against this card. That's about all I can say about it, really. I don't really go into it very often. Rhapsody Berserk, this card is also very good against Burning Abyss for banishing stuff. 101, sort of standard. Ragnar, this card is good against Cliffort. This card is good against...
It's pretty good at scraps if you have a field spell.
This card is good against Burning Abyss for Dante. This card is good against a lot of things. Cowboy,
Good
Pew,
against agents when they have Gachi.
Snipes Games, and I guess this helps recycle your stuff. It's like a third Noble Knight Brothers, I guess. But also the fact that Medraut and Boars are normals when they're not equipped with stuff. You can detach to summon those and then equip them with a Noble Arm and get their effects, which is very, very strong. So,
Anyway, thanks for the really in-depth profile.
rip.